and we're going to Mexico City. I just gotta go wake up Luna. We're on our way to the airport. We're only there for a day. Huge adventure. Here we go, Mexico City.
I'm looking outside my window. I try to see where my life goes. I just don't know how it slips out. There must be some kind of plan. Every person could be you though. I pretty got.
We are in the thriving metropolis of Mexico City. Here's what I didn't know. It's 7 degrees here right now. So that's really cold. I don't like cold. We don't have winter jackets with us, so it better get warmer quick. I checked into this place. It's just like a cheap little one-night hotel. I got a little freaked out when I got here though, and it was all guys, like all guys working, all guys checking in, and there was a sign outside that they rented by the hour, and I was like, oh my God, did I just end up at a whore's hotel? But I think that it's more just that they're by the airport and truckers probably come here. It's very blue collar. I got in, I checked the room, the sheets, everything. I don't feel like I'm in a whore's hotel. I just feel like I'm in a place like a hostel level place. So I'm putting that behind me. I have a little bit of fear about traveling to new places with Luna, especially places that the media is like continuously driving into us that we should be afraid of. Mexico is like a real hot button right now. Mexico City is known for being really dangerous and also being filled with so much culture. So I don't really know my way around here, and I'm not with a local or with somebody who's got a lot of experience. So I'm just a little bit worried that I'm a bit of a target. I'm not taking my Louis Vuitton bag. I'm taking a cloth bag my friend lent me that says JP Morgan on it. It looks like a diaper bag. I'm leaving a credit card here and taking my bank card with me. I'm not taking my computer, stuff like that. So I'm gonna try and blend as much as I can, or at least look like I'm not worth robbing. I'm leaving some money back at the hotel too, just in case. These are usually what I do is I split up my ID and my stuff if I'm gonna go in somewhere I've never been before that has a reputation for being unsafe. Just in case I do get robbed, I at least have like a Visa and some cash back at the hotel, and vice versa. If this sketchy hotel robs me, I've got some on me, Luna's sleeping right now. I'm a bit behind schedule because I really wanted to walk here from the airport, but we're gonna call the Uber and do skedaddle and get this underway. Okay, we're behind the Metropolitan Cathedral, and we're gonna go inside. I mean, it's cool. Look at it. Like, it's cool and old and awesome, and it's Catholic, but we live in Antigua, the oldest Catholic, most beautiful ruined spot on the planet. So it's not really what we came to Mexico City for. I just want to take a quick boo inside to say we did it, but really I'm here for the modern art. Right, Luna? We're in a Starbucks bathroom. I had to go. So far, the neighborhood that we're in, the main downtown, it looks a lot like New York meets Paris. Not their current sort of neutered incarnations, but New York and Paris, then, 70s, 80s. It's actually pretty cool, really nice, the wrought iron buildings and stuff. So we're on our way to Plaza de Bellas Artes, where one of the most famous murals by Diego Rivera is, and some bitchin' art. So I'm finally here, and I've been sort of shuffled in through this exhibition about textiles. I mean, we live in Guatemala. You know, the textile king of Latin America. So it was a bit boring, and it was surprisingly hard to find these murals, but finally here.
Soon giving in is time, 'cause we're falling apart. Love didn't find.
See, this is a like super famous painting where, you know, there's Lenin right there, depicted as a great guy, totally different than what I grew up with, and Trotsky over in the corner, and just generally speaking, a giant, you know, homage to Marxism. Community-based thinking is what we call it now, but this is communism. And it was at a time when this was a really hot-button issue, you know? I mean, it's always been. When is it not? My verdict on this museum is the art was gorgeous, the murals are gorgeous, the theme in all of them is resistance. It's very like proletariat art. It's gorgeous. They don't have any maps. The layout is awful. There's supposed to be internet for the exhibition. Nobody knows the password. There's a lot of security, but very few people actually have any answers or help. So I felt like the experience felt a little bit flat because of that, but second floor murals are amazing. It's worth it just to come for that, 100%. Luna, I don't know. She looked at some art. What'd you think, Luna? Yeah, would you do it all again?
I'm looking outside my window. I try to see where my light goes. I just don't know how it's lit out. There must be some kind of light.
Here at Casa Azul, it's Frida Kahlo's house where she lived with Diego Rivera, the famous house where they walked between. It's her family home she grew up in, and Trotsky lived here at one time. They're pretty militant. It's really tight. It's hard to be here with a kid. They yelled at me for taking video footage. And you know, it is what it is. It took a long time to get in line to come here. So come here with children at your own risk, but it is a really beautiful space, and they have a lovely exhibit on right now of her clothing, her corsets, and also designer stuff like Gaultier and Givenchy inspired by Frida Kahlo. I mean, she's a really incredible woman. Like, I couldn't come here to Mexico City and not come see her house, you know? Like, this is it. This is like, I'm gonna call myself a feminist. I might as well come, you know, pay my respects, right? Anyway, it's beautiful here. I can't believe she grew up here. Luna loved it. Okay, so I got in a cab, which are a lot more expensive than Ubers here, but I can't get a Wi-Fi signal, or at least not at Frida Kahlo, so he dropped me off here. We're in Roma. It's like the hipster neighborhood, and this place is called Mercado Roma, and apparently it's just got food from all over the world inside it, and so this is where we're gonna grab food. I feel like we should get to a cafe maybe, but we're gonna look inside here anyway.
So understand what we could do. Around the world, say to Peru. We lie in bed till it's PM, eating breakfast when it's dark again. Let us be partners in crime, you and me as body and blood. We'll dance alone in the
So my highlight of the trip today to Mexico City were hands down my taxi drivers and my Uber drivers. My one taxi driver that was really expensive to go to Frida Kahlo's house, to Casa Azul, was like, we went by all these whores, and I was like, are those whores? I mean, ladies of the street, or whatever they like to be called now. And he was telling me, yeah, there was more like, he was like, in the daytime, it's Friday, you know, there's some lady hoes out, but like prostitutes. He was like, at night, it's mostly guys. So at first I was like, men, like as in, you know, like gay men looking for male prostitutes. But as we kept talking, what he meant was trans women. And he was like, there's way more. Like, that's the main thing here at night. And he was blown away. He was like, you can't tell the difference. It was just really cute. Being in a city is awesome. There's that stink on this place, which is really great. That opportunity in the air, that anything can happen around the next corner. What I love about big cities, and this one still feels like the beauty of some of the best international cities that have kind of been neutered at this point, you know? They just become like too clean, too touristy, too much about money, too much about selling stuff, not enough about like, you know, the interesting counterculture stuff. So you really feel it here in the air. But also cities are really lonely if you don't have anyone to visit. So we're gonna get some Vietnamese food and go back to the hotel.